ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, the Mental Margarita Show's got a legend. And when I say legend, I mean legend. I'm from Miami. I'm from the crib. When I was young, this is the man that I would listen to. When I was going to Pac Jam, when I was in the community centers, when I
Yes,
was at
sir.
wherever I was at, if I was at grandma's house, when them cars would go by in the flea markets, in the parking lots, this was the guy that created the sound, the music.
Yes, sir.
Beatmaster Clay D,
Yes, sir.
producer, artist. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, good to be here. Good to be living. Good to be on Earth.
I'm telling
Yes,
you,
sir.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man, there's been a lot going on.
a lot
And
going on, man.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. That introduction was so from the heart because Miami based, when you think of the music, when you think of just Miami, the culture,
Right.
you were so influential. And I still to this day don't think that you got a whole bunch of bouquet of flowers that need to come your way.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I
I,
appreciate it because, you know, I never been one to, I never been one that forgot where I came from.
right,
So with that purpose, I never felt like a star. I just
right,
felt like a family member. You know what I mean? I felt like my music was for family. All the fans was my family. I ain't never been one to wear all the jewelry, buy all the rims and the cars, and we ain't want that. We just wanted the goddamn party
right. That was it.
and see some ass shaking. That's all we wanted, man. This shit here, this new stuff, man. Is what made me walk away from it, man. The drugs, the guns, and I
Right,
ain't hating on nobody, to each his own, but man, we got to get our kids back.
right. We do.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of things that we glorify and that we shouldn't glorify, and we killing each other, man. We know that that's a constant epidemic, man, that seems to just keep increasing in the numbers. It's sad, but you come from a time where hip hop, you had Eric B and Rakim,
right.
you had KRS One, you had Run DMC. How challenging was it coming from the bottom, coming from Miami, doing what you were doing at the time?
Well, it wasn't really. I wouldn't call it a challenge. I would call it, for me, it was motivation, because I knew us being from Miami was one thing, but them being from New York was a whole nother thing, because it was just as rough up that way. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Their projects was a whole lot different than our projects. You know what
Right.
I mean? They projects, I guess, 10, 15, 20 stories high. Our
Yeah.
project was flat going across, you know what I mean? We could walk outside. So, I mean, I just had respect for them, man. I had respect for them because, like, those dudes, what they did do that we still to this day refuse to do down here. What they did from day one up there, those dudes worked together, man.
Yeah.
They
They did.
worked together. As bad as it is to say, you know, them dudes worked together. They
They did.
understood their position. They played their position. And if they argue about a position, we didn't see it.
That's right. We did it.
And they had that New York Fresh Fest, Budweiser Super Fest back
Yeah.
then. Them,
Yeah.
them dudes came out. Hey, man, everybody played their position. Fat
That's right.
Boys played their position. LL played his position. Kool Mo D played his position. Run DMC played their position. Shit, little old Rob Bates came out and played his goddamn position.
Played his
White
position.
Boys,
Huh?
Dixie Boys, they came out and played their position. Niggas, us down here, we can't get us together. We can't, man, we can't get us together to do nothing
To do nothing.
to this day.
Yeah,
And
I
we're
know.
talking about 30, 40 years ago.
Wow, that's something else.
You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, think about it, man. Them guys got what they got and got in position on what they got because it wasn't no crabs.
Right,
Everybody was able to climb out the box and live.
right.
Houdini, everybody.
Houdini, yeah.
Yeah. Salt and pepper. Man, we can go on and on. Everybody from up top worked together.
They did. And I remember going to that concert at the Miami baseball
The
stadium.
baseball stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit. They came down here. I was blessed to perform on some of them shows.
Yeah, man.
I had the drum machine in my hand, beating the drum machine on stage.
You did. And speaking about beats, okay, you beating that drum machine because that drum machine beat it your way into history. Debut
Yeah.
single, The Day's Hot. I mean,
Yeah.
everything rolling for you. You know, you got the album You Be You and I Be Me
Yes.
in collaboration with the Get Funky crew. I mean,
Yes.
how was that during that time you recording that record? Because I mean, just the energy in the city was different. You know, you start really feeling it. You just start to feel the stuff that you were creating was resonating in the city.
I was challenged, man. And when I say I was challenged, I was more so hurt than challenged. Let me say that again. I
Okay.
was more so hurt than challenged because I was a speaker boy. You know what I mean? When I say I'm a speaker boy, I mean the little DJs I work with and the main DJs I had a chance to work with was with Luke, ghetto style DJs. You know, our job was to unload the equipment, set
Yeah.
it up for Luke and Sam and Dap D them to get ready to jam. You know what I mean? Um, my brother DJ with Netmore Crew, international DJs. You know, at Miami Edison in the gym, National Guard Armory.
Right.
Same job. You know what I mean? But I always had a drum machine. I had that Yamaha RX-21. That was my first drum machine, little bullshitter drum machine. I call it a 22, the smallest gun of the guns. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I got a Roger Lynn drum machine after that. Then I got that SB12, the gray one, the gray
Uh-oh.
and blue one. Then I got the SB1200 with the disc drive on it, the
Yep.
black and gray one. You know what I mean? That's when that old MPC 3000 came into play. You know, I had that 727 rolling, the 909 rolling. The 727 was just a percussion machine. That was me and Hobbs' favorite piece, Mr. Mix' favorite piece.
It's the mix.
Yeah. So back to your question is, it was hard because, man, I always wanted to be on the same team with Luke.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kept my face in the place. I kept myself around. You know what I mean? But dude seemed to overlook me all the time.
Yeah.
So I went and made my own shit.
Yeah.
And I took it to the Jew boys. Howard Albert, Ron Albert, one Italian, Steve Alamo. Mean Betty Wright over there with them boys.
Mm.
Luke. First time I got a chance to do something with Luke place, Mr. Mix have to come to my house. We make the beats.
Yeah.
Mix go do his thing. Not knowing Clay worked on that shit too. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, Professor Griff came. He heard
Pastor
my
Griff.
work. We did that Pawns in the Game album. He said, "No, I want Clay. I want Clay on my beats."
I love that album. Ooh.
Hey, he did. He. He stood in the paint for me.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
You know what I mean? He stood in the paint for me. You know what I mean? I love Luke, man. I ain't got no problem with Luke. I agree with everything that he do. You know, I wish the brother would have stood in the paint a whole lot stronger for the fam. You know,
Yeah.
because Luke could have had Hot Boys. It wouldn't have been no Cash Money
It's
because
funny
they
you said.
came to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They came to ask him for a deal. You know what I mean?
Well, and let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
Luke could have been, I mean, the Russell Simmons of the South.
Him, Jay Prince, Russell Simmons, Easy E.
Yep.
Suge Knight came later. Master P came later. Luke would have had Master P them too.
Yeah. He would have had it all. Yeah.
He would have had it all.
Yeah.
If he, in my opinion, if he would have just stood on his cards. Where he went wrong with all that bread, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being in Miami, we heard the stories. We knew the artists that said different things, whether it was Lawan Love or Antoinette, or like we heard different things that were going on. I do want to say that Luke did some wonderful things. I want to leave it at that. But I don't I never understood why you weren't getting that push from someone like Luke. And the only thing that I can think of was it was a competition thing.
I'm gonna let you say that, and I appreciate it. In my opinion, man, I just feel like dude overlooked me.
Yeah.
Dude ain't believe in me. You know what I mean? Dude ain't believe that till this day I got classics.
Oh yeah.
Damn near the same amount of classics he got or more.
And
You know
speaking
what I
of
mean?
classics, look, you worked with Magic Mike, Prince Raheem, Half Pint. I mean,
And, and, and
uh, Pull It All the Way Out is one of the biggest records in the South, my opinion.
yes, man. A lot of people. I want to clear this air with this. I love Magic Mike, man. I love Prince Raheem. If we can work together today with open minds, I work with them. You understand? Um, I had them when they was teenagers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When their parents had to sign for them to do anything.
Mm.
They was in high school when I had them. You know what I mean? So a lot of misunderstanding they got from chatter miles as they got older, and now that they older, you understand? They
Yeah.
feel different. They
They
feel
feel
a, they feel a they feel a beef, a problem like they was beat. No, you were never beat. I had to
yeah.
follow the rules. The white folks had to follow the rules. You know what I mean? If you check your record, even if you look at it, man, Magic Mike was just a DJ. All he did is scratch on the music on the album.
Yeah.
That's all he did. Magic Mike ain't make no. Magic Mike didn't know how to make no beats. I made all the beats. I did all the mixing. I did all the production. I took Mike to the store to get records what we need for certain songs. Plus, he had a lot of records. He got thousands of records. But at the same time, you read the back of that album, it say produced by Clay D, co-produced by Magic Mike. I ain't put you down as scratches by Magic Mike. I put you down as co-produced.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was building you up to be what you is today.
Mm.
Ain't nobody know who you was. But when you went and made your album, dropped that bass and everything, all your albums, you didn't even put a thank you on your album for Clay D.
Wow.
I ain't got no beef with you still. You ain't did one interview about I give Clay D the blessings for helping me, for opening the door for me. You made it look like you came in this game already made. Second thing, Magic Mike cut the records. If you go to the Clay D album, that song is on Clay D album.
That's right.
You ain't never got permission for me to use that album on your album. Did I put a stop and assist on your album? No. Did I file a lawsuit on you? No. Did you pay me $1 because I'm the producer of it? No.
Wow.
I let you eat. You made millions.
He definitely made millions.
Did you call me and offer me $2? My mama fed you in her house.
Wow.
Nah. Did you saw my mama Mother's Day card? Nah. But I pick you up from your mama house every Friday afternoon after y'all got out of school and had you back home Sunday night for you all to be back in school Monday morning. From Orlando to Miami. We work on the weekend. I drive y'all back home.
Short memory.
Yeah.
You helped make Magic Mike, and then he disappears.
That's it. He ain't never signed a contract with Vision or nothing. His mama didn't want him signing no contract or nothing. I ain't bother you.
Unbelievable.
I put your credits on that album without you even being on the contract. But I'm the bad man. But at the same time, I love you. Because my work is done. I gave you something and you made it something.
And you did. I mean, you guys, the collaboration was stellar.
Right.
It was a stellar performance.
Yes. But I was blessed, man. I was blessed to be able to recruit good DJs, you know.
I mean, listen, Boot the Booty, Shake Them You Know What's, Creep Dog. That was my jam, the Creep Dog remix. Pump It Up. Stop and grind. Come on now, stop and grind. Come on now.
Half pint, man.
You can put that anytime, any place. And the place is gonna go nuts.
It's a new record coming, man, called Dance to the Bongo. I reused that sample.
Ooh!
For the new Clay D album, man. And it's fire.
And let's speak about that. So fast forwarding. Here you are, 2024. The industry is shady, right? Everybody is talking about the same old stuff. Right. You know, we need to have fun again. We need to enjoy ourselves.
Right.
How are you coming back and putting your presence that you already put in the game? How are you going to reduce that?
Man, if you go or anybody go on Clay D Facebook, Beatmaster Clay D. You can do it on Beatmaster Clay D 1901, or you can do it on Beatmaster Clay D. And you just look, I'm in the studio, man. I'm in good spirits. I'm in a happy space. And I'm dancing. I'm feeling good, you know. And I believe I got something for the people. Because everything is up tempo. Everything is for ass shaking. Everything is for dance flow. Everything is for get out your seat. Everything is for ain't no more dudes standing on this side, girls and the other girls dancing with each other, and the dance flow empty. No, I'm trying to put them right back in that flow, right back in that party mode, that backyard cookout, frying fish and dancing, family time. That's what we need, man, and that's the state of mind of this album. Just getting them right back in that place.
Right.
You know what I mean? The stuff that we was doing. I remixed Boot the Booty. I remixed Give Me a Bottle in the Cup.
Oh my
I
God.
remix, pull it all the way down. I got a young cat rolling with me named YD. Uh, MC Shy D gonna be on the song. I got Head from Splack Pack. I got uh Joe and 240 Shorty from Gucci Crew. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
Gucci.
JT Money is on there. Marquise was supposed to be on there as of the the week the week before he died. He was supposed to the week that he died. He was supposed to come down that Friday.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So hey man, this album gonna be tributed to him and Kid Ice. And man, I got mix on some scratches. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it's gonna be fun, man. And I hope so far everybody's saying they like it. From the once you go on there, that Facebook Clay D, check it out, man. They hollering.
and just to mention, and I think that we need to, rest in power to brother Marquise. I mean, me growing up, one of my favorites. I mean, from the beginning, and I just, it's so sad to me because he just wanted what he deserved. I felt like,
Yeah.
and it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't even say anything besides that.
Well, you said a mouthful right there, man, because all three of them, they just wanted what they deserve. You know what I mean? I like I said, I don't got no ill feelings against Luke, nobody. Uh, I got ill feelings of, you know, Lil Joe having control of that music,
Yeah,
and that was, how that was played. You know, do I have any personal feelings against Joe? The Jewish community? No. But the way how that was handled, I don't care how it was done. I don't care who owed who money. Them boys should have been given their stuff to walk, and Joe should have got what he had to get, whatever he gave Luke.
yeah,
Marquise, Ice, and Hobbs, they ain't have nothing to do with their business. And anybody else that was on Luke Records didn't have nothing to do with their business.
yeah.
I mean, imagine, man, Joe got the whole catalog.
The whole thing,
You know what I mean?
whole thing.
And what I don't understand is, to keep it real, I'm saying this because I know how I feel about the music, from the production side, from the sweat and tears and the all night in the studios and creating this beat, creating this music. I know how I feel about it. So what I'm about to say, I really don't care. Ain't nowhere in the hell me and the motherfucker that got my catalog can stay around the corner from me, and you still in that house right now. I don't give
Oh,
a fuck about the feds, the police, the sergeant, the judge, anybody hearing me say it. Boy, I have to come see your ass about this business right here. Yeah,
right.
on God. Willing to go lay down on however much time they gonna give me. But for you to have all that,
Yeah,
that's blood, sweat, and tears from where we from.
right,
You
right.
know what I mean? And again, I ain't got nothing personal against it. But if I gave you an opportunity to come in my office to be my lawyer, to see all my personal life and all my secrets and all my doings and all my work, and you able to go do it and create your own company and start Joe Records.
Mm. Yeah, something ain't right with that.
Hey man, I just keep it 100, man. I don't care who don't like it. See me if you don't like it. I'm always available.
Right. I feel you.
I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't hang with nobody, so I know what the hell I'm saying. You wouldn't be able to live around the corner from me if me and you lived in the same neighborhood, same subdivision, and you don't took my shit. No,
That ain't happening.
it's not where we from.
Mm-mm.
I ain't got to kill you, but it might be an ass whooping every day. Excuse me. On God.
Right.
I ain't got to. It's just I got to notify you that, hey man, you doing me like this?
Right. I mean,
You know what I
legends,
mean?
legends indeed. And you are right there with them, and you will always be a forever legend in my heart, and I'm sure many others.
I appreciate it, man. I just want us to get back together, man. I think even the older guys like myself in this game that still know how to do this music, and the guys that know how to write them dope ass lyrics and make them people get on that floor and dance, man. I just wish we all can work together. Even the ones that don't made it, the Rick Rosses, you know what I mean? The Trick Daddies, the Trinas, you know what I mean? Man, open your arms up.
You got to go
Work with
back
the
to
ones that's not as fortunate, as what y'all don't made. You know what I mean? I got young guys on my album, the new guys, 3. I even brought Verb back. Verb on the track.
over.
Man, like the kid I said, YD, you know what I mean? The kid YD, he's amazing. You know what I mean? But my arms is open for anybody who want to get on this album and jam, and you ready to party and you can hang with them beats. Man, I'm ready to hear you.
All right.
New kid, new cat, whoever. I'm ready to hear you. If you can ride, man, it's non-stop. That because we almost finished with this album, I'm not stopping. I'm going right to the next project. This Clady and the Turnpike Boys. Come on, let's get it on. Shit, we can make Alligator Alley.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's
Them
do it.
Alligator Alley boys. They don't know what it is. Let go, them country boys. Let go. Keep working.
That's right. We got to keep
That's
working.
the goal, man. That's the goal. Keep working.
And I'm telling you one thing, I am going to be working on your behalf, because I'm going to get all the stuff that you got, and I'm going to be pushing it. We're going to
Man, I
put it
appreciate it.
forefront. We got to bring you out to Vegas. We got
Yes.
bread together. We got to make some moves together, Clay.
Hey man, I'm ready, and I'm ready to travel. I walked away from this game 24 years ago, and I went over to Rap a Lot with Jay Prince because I feel like he stood on everything he said. He stood on it,
Yeah.
and ain't nobody play with him. And he had respect, and still got respect. You know what I mean? His son, Junior, he learning how to have the same respect as his dad, and get it the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? We seen them grow up from kids, him and Jazz. You know what I mean? And I love them boys. You know what I mean? But that's what I wish for here, man. For here. And that's why I came back home. The real reason I came back home, my dad took sick. My daughter had breast cancer and lupus at the same time. She passed away just passed, January the 7th. My daughter. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, so this album is really, she the one put me back in the mood.
Yeah.
Her and this kid YD. I went in there with this kid YD just to get on a song that he wanted me to get on. But man, when I tell you I seen his work ethic, man, the kid cranked me up. I was back at the studio the following week with the drum machines. Hey man, we finna make a Clay D Turnpike Boys album. Let's go.
That's like an angel in disguise.
That's like an angel in disguise, man.
That's
So
all
what
you.
I'm saying to you, man, I'm willing on wherever you at. You know, I'm ready to come. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to jam. I'm ready to get it in. So whatever you got, and whatever other promoters let them know Clay D willing and ready.
Absolutely, my brother. We're gonna definitely stay in contact. And I want to thank you so much for being
Yes,
on the
sir.
Mental Show, my brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for inviting me.
All right,
And
one
you
love.
want to do it again? Let's do it again. Love.
And welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. And this is an absolute pleasure, because I got someone who sings, composes, produces, that has done this for a good amount of time and that has made such a presence in the industry. And it's just phenomenal. Your energy, people gravitate to you.
I
I've gotten a chance to see some of the things that you do and hear your work, and I am a fan.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
I am glad you appreciate it, but we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we're starting out. So California is where you started out.
Yes, in Oakland, California.
How was it like being in the Bay?
It was lovely because I mean, all the music was out there. E40, Tony, Norman Connors, Jock Burbick, Angela Bofield. I mean, and they're all in your hood. Like they're always in my hood. Like everybody in the Tell Me When to Go is all my peoples from different blocks and stuff. So it's a creative place of music. Like we love music in Cali.
It really is. I mean, it's just something about the energy there. And I love how everybody is like, it's like family. You get that kind of vibe.
Well, that's because mostly we grew up together. Like back in the day, everybody was like extended family. Like you'll be in Cali and everybody like, "What's up, uncle? What's up, auntie? What's up, cuz?" Like we all our families coincided together for what
Right.
various reasons, right? So we grew up as like infants, and now we grown people, and so and we tend not to go too far. So that's what you get when you kind of like live in a tight knit, got to take care of each other kind of situation.
Right, right. And so much history when you're talking about Oakland, for us, for our people. And just, there's something special about it. The magic, the electricity. And you felt that electricity at a very early age. So the age
Yeah.
of 7, you're singing, and then your first song you said at 11 years old. Tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Well, I started singing when I was 7 because I really didn't know how to express myself. And my grandma had a large 45 album collection. And I was sitting there listening to Michael Jackson, Who's Loving Me. And he hit that shit and I started crying. He hit that and I started crying.
What?
And I was like, well, he can express himself as a little kid through music, his pain, his hurt, even though, that was an adult song, but you can tell deep down inside he really was hurting.
Yeah.
And so I started singing. I just started singing all to the 45s, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle. I just started singing all the little 45, Scam Cook. I had all the
What?
collections from the Motown. Like it was just you can't replace that. It was, 45s and it was just the bomb. But and that's how I kind of learned how to like sing. Like all of them pretty much taught me how to sing. I screeched. Oh, the screeching. My parents love me though. They go sing for the Lord, girl. But you'd be like, that note kind of hit a nerve. Um, Years it got better, and then at the age of 11, my dad got me a piano because at school I would play the piano at lunchtime, so in recess because I was obsessed with it. That and doing this.
Wow.
So at recess in elementary, I would go to the lunchroom and I would play the piano and do the scales and sing the scales from the low scales all the way to the high scales. And I do that through, and I was up in that school until 6th grade was Hawthorne Elementary School in East Oakland. So
Wow.
programs and stuff. So I was blessed to be in that. So my dad got me a piano, and so I decided to write a song. So I wrote a Christmas song and I wrote the lyrics and the music. And my 5th grade choir teacher and music teacher helped me rearrange it so it sounded really beautiful. And then I just turned it out and wrote in
Oh my
Spanish,
goodness.
Spanish at all. But I figured, I was looking in a little Spanish dictionary my dad got. I was picking out words.
Oh man, I wish I was there to hear that.
So yeah, that's And then at 15, I knew Mother Wright, and I used to sing at her little homeless events. She used to back then we didn't really have phones and cell phones was kind of new. So she would just go through the grapevine. You remember that? You had to see your homeboy who know your cousin, who know your sister,
Right,
who know your auntie, who know
right,
your
right.
brother, who know somebody in your house, right? To get the message. You got to start weeks because, but it always get there, right? So she would start one place, whoever she see, and then it would get to me, oh, I'm having a function here. You better be there. You got to sing. So at 15, I was singing around Oakland, and I decided to write my own songs. I decided to write my own music to express myself first and foremost.
Wow.
And I remember we did a show, and the mayor of Oakland at the time was there to speak. I'm 16,
That's
and
big.
I'm excited. I've already waited for 4 people to sing now. It's
Yeah.
my turn. I'm not an adult, so it's my turn. I don't care if you're the mayor, it's my turn. So he goes, you know, I want to, I need to go before her. And I was like, nah, you gotta wait. It's my turn. And
You're like, wait a minute, no way.
he looked me up. I didn't know who he was until they announced it after me. But I went up and did my thing. I got off and he asked me for my autograph. So there's the mayor of Oakland that has my autograph. And there's also a mayor who played tribute to my album Passion, or my song Passion, which is a doozy because Passion is a song about how music makes you feel, which is very seductive and everything. But everybody just gets sex out of it. So whatever sells, okay?
Right. Right. However you want to interpret it. You
Yeah.
know the
I know what the meaning was, but apparently
all that matters. She had good intentions, guys.
I did. That's all that matters, But as long as it touched somebody, and it's, it tends to
I'm
touch
sure
people.
it did. I'm sure it touched
Yeah.
it.
So,
So,
and
and you're
then
doing okay, so you're doing the passion thing, things are blowing up for you.
I
And
don't know. I was just a homeless team just doing stuff.
just
I
trying to
was
make things happen.
No, I was just making stuff in my mind. I had my own record label. I had my own business. Like I'm walking up on people like, I got this. You gonna produce me? No, okay, bye.
But
I mean, I got a record deal from Babyface when I was 16. It was a 60-40 deal. But the way it was, worded and the way my gut was like, if I'm homeless and
right,
he's gonna give me some money and he don't give me my money
right.
and I'm homeless and I'm broke, that don't make a good combination right now. I don't see how that's
That
gonna work out.
that's definitely not a good combination at all.
And then later on in life, we hear Tony Braxton because she had the same deal. We got a deal at the same time.
Oh yeah, we heard that story.
So no, I'm glad she took it. So now I know I made the right choice.
Yeah, yeah, well, there you go. Interesting way to look at it. And so being homeless, how did that feel? Wait a minute, that's a dumb question. I know it didn't feel good, but how did it feel to know that you were someone that was able to triumph? You know what I mean? Like get
Well,
through
when
it.
I sit here
Some
right
people
now,
can't.
well, yeah, when I sit and I look over my life right now, it's amazing because now that I'm older and it seems like everything from my past has come back. So like when I
Right.
was 19, I wrote and sung the background for King George's Life of a Kingpin album. And
Yeah.
so now in like a couple of years ago, I reconnected with King George. Um, I used to know Norman Connors. I met Norman Connors when I was 21. I used to be a VIP in LA, and I was actually I was on the list for the Brian McKnight birthday party. That's how in I was. Okay. I used to go to all the Norman Connors shows and everything. And he used to want me to sing Betcha My Golly Wild, but I always wanted to sing his, You Are My Starship, you know what I'm saying? So, and
Right.
he never had let me learn the song. He wait until like the stage is said, he on stage, I'm side stage. He want to walk over, talk about come upstairs and sing.
You're like, don't do me
Like,
like that.
no, I don't know that song. No, why you playing with me? But one day but I also met Angela Bofield and Marion Meadows while I was with him and hanging out at his concerts and stuff and just learning what it's like to do jazz. And he like had gold records. Forget a CD. He just, what I'm saying? He started the gold, the whole thing.
Right.
So it's like I was really impressed with it, and he was impressed with my music, and I really need to. If you're out there, Norman, I need to catch up with you because I need that CD because I want them songs.
Norman.
I'm in Vegas, Norman. And I just came in with Norman Marion Meadows, right? So Marion Meadows, I met him with Norman, so I got him back. I'm trying to find Smokey Robinson, or at least talk to Smokey Robinson, because when I was a kid, my grandparents would come home talking about they was hanging with our cousin Smokey Robinson. And I don't want to make claims and then look stupid. So I need to talk to you too, Smokey, next time you come to Vegas.
Come on, Smokey. We need to know these things.
Huh?
And one thing that I do know is that you were also hanging out with Tony, and
Yeah, I went to Tony's when I was in Cali, because all the studios used to want me to come sing background. All the big rappers. E40 wanted me to do some background, but I didn't have time to wait for him. I had things to do. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things to do. So but yeah, I mean, I wasn't really trying to get nowhere. Like I never wanted a record deal. Like I really don't. I mean, I admire everybody that made it and got all the celebrities. And I like the fact that I can walk outside and I like nobody looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I like to
yeah,
just in the crowd, but not like look at me. You know what I'm saying? I like
right.
to sit back and be like that. But my biggest dream and fantasy, which I'm gonna have happen, everybody want to come see celebrities, right?
Drum
I want
roll.
to invite a bunch of celebrities to come see me, and I want to entertain them.
That's nice.
So if
I'm
you guys are out there, holla. You
love
know.
idea. Loving this idea. And
And
I
then
think
go ahead.
thoroughly entertained. Now for the celebrities that are watching right now, let's do a little background information. Accepted in the Philharmonic chorus.
Yes, 2 times in
Two
my life.
time. Two
Yeah,
time.
yes. But
Tell me about that.
I was a homeless teen and a mother, so I couldn't really do it, you know. But I did get accepted. That's what counts.
That's what
Because they don't accept anybody. You know.
yeah, they
I've been
don't.
I've been classically trained. I've been in choir. I know how to sight read. I know how to write. I know how to compose. I actually somehow know how to play any instrument or pick up. I can write a song with it anyway. I don't know what the heck I'm playing, but it's working. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Um,
phenomenal. So listen, you wrote songs, you composed, you produced, you
yes.
released 3 albums, right?
hmm Yes. And I have 3 new singles, and I'm working on a new album
What are
currently.
the 3 albums? I want you to tell me each album. What
And the
what
first
what album do you?
The first album I released was Passion, and it's a collection of songs I wrote during my teenage years up until like when I released the song. Um, then we have Dooney Lives, You Can't Kill a Spirit, and that is a memorial for my brother who they murdered, shot him in the head. So my little brother, so I had to write that.
Sorry to hear
Um,
that.
and then my third album was with my husband, R.I.P. I am a widow, but
Oh, sorry.
we got one album out. It's called Mr. and Mrs. Phelps Taking the Journey. And then I have 3 new singles. One is Lifeline. The other one is Good Times and Peace of Mind and Get Your Beat on the on the dance floor. So those are kind of new up things. I just want to be more dance like up, less somber, less sad, less
Yeah.
romantic. Just I want to party now. I'm at the age where I just want to, just be like, hey, it's me. Let's kick it. Let's get lit. Let's turn up,
All right.
and just enjoy life, because I mean, you know, life is
You've
really short.
you've gone through a lot of your life.
Yeah, I was a homeless teen, so I was on my own at 13 with no parents, homeless, and I've taken care of myself thus far. So I'm still alive, and I've, been through a lot of things, but it only made me stronger. It helped me understand people, and I think that it made me more so go inside of myself as opposed to like looking outwardly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It helped me on a very spiritual level.
I'm very
Um,
I feel that from you. I feel that you are a very spiritual person, and I also feel that your music is deep. A lot of your
there,
is really, really deep. It comes from the soul.
yeah. Well, again, like I said, I started singing and writing because I didn't know how to express myself verbally, or, even now it's hard to understand what I'm saying because it's like this is everywhere. But I think, like, I don't know, since 2020, I'm gonna start with saying I've been invisible my whole life thus far, right? And then I almost died, and then I didn't. And
Almost
then,
died? How did that happen?
well, like I said, I was on my own, and I almost died of malnutrition.
Oh my gosh.
So, but they fed me with this white stuff. It was really, but you know what? I could just say that I wasn't afraid because, like, God takes care of you when you walk with Him.
Yes.
So I wasn't afraid. I knew that I was gonna be okay, but I was a little afraid at some point. But I wasn't afraid of like what was gonna happen. I was more afraid of people's stupidity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but I also learned that when you there's a difference between believing something and knowing something.
Yeah. There's a
And
big difference.
that when you know something, it's lonely because you're around a lot of people that believe something, and some people don't believe in anything.
It's true.
You have to, there's a fine line in everything. Because there's sometimes when it's like you get angry or I mean, there's human emotions, but when you become, when, I see, how I'm going to put this. When the emotions have gotten so much that it swallows you,
Yeah.
then there's nothing else but your spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
So I
Very
can't
true.
say that life was easy, and I
Yeah.
can't say that there was terrible things that I do and don't remember, but I can say that I wouldn't trade a thing because now, like, my value is in me. It's
Mm,
not in anything else. And now that my value is in me and I know who I am, right? I can share what's inside of me with everybody else so they can know who they are.
right.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. I mean, that's so beautiful. I mean, that's very touching.
Don't cry now. You're gonna make me
You
cry
make
too.
this the Mental Margarita show. What's going, girl? This is crazy.
Yeah,
54.
everybody don't cry.
I gotta change the subject. 54 original songs, and I'm
Yeah.
sure some of those songs would make me, want to cry as well. But
Um,
what a beautiful journey to write 54 original records, considering everything that you were going through. What would you say to someone that watching this show that might be going through some of the things that you were going through? What would you say to them?
Let it roll off like water.
I like,
That's how I made it through. I stood up and I let it roll off like water and kept walking.
that's deep. That's a song. I have a 55th song.
That's all you do. It's like the world is a mirage. The world is what you want it to be.
With your
Like your
mind.
mind and your energy puts off what it is that you feel inside. And you feel inside how you feel inside because your mind has played tricks on you based on visions that they've had of other things. Whether it
Right,
relates to you, your fears, things will happen to you. But the key is not to get rich, is not to get married, is not to have children, it's to get old and die. So that you
right,
can come back and live again.
right. That's
It's to
right.
learn who you are, not algebra, not the best lick to be the next person. You were made to be the individual inside of you, but how you gonna be that if you can't go inside? You're too busy looking outside at everybody else.
Right. You got to dig deep, and
Yeah,
it's all about perspective.
Yeah, it's all about what your thought is. And everybody says I was positive, think positive, but some of this is Delulu. I'm Delulu, but this is crazy. Like you have to acknowledge who you are and acknowledge the things about yourself in order to utilize the tools that God gave you while you're running around.
That's true.
You sing, you don't sing because you sing. You don't sing really for money. You sing because that's survival. Everybody out here, they want to pretend like I'm just singing because I want to be rich. No, they singing because when they were down and out on the last leg and nobody else was there in the last breath, that's all they could do was sing.
Right. That's right. And we can't lose sight of that, can we?
No, but we get lost in when
We
people
all
want.
do. We all do, right? We
Yeah,
lost.
attention will change you. It will. People in your ear will change you, but that comes from not. I mean, even I sometimes don't know myself completely, right?
Right.
But I
I don't
know the
none of
tools
us.
and mechanisms. I know myself. I know my spiritual self completely. I don't know my physical self at all, really, but I know my spiritual self. And the spiritual self affects the physical self. Even when the physical is hurting, the spirit is there to heal you, to let you know that it's going to be okay.
Gonna be
Because
all right.
all the feelings are just you in your mind trying to figure something that you can't figure out, so it's irritating you.
Yeah.
And seeking something, but it's like you have the most priceless thing in front of you, but because you don't believe that you can attain it, you try to get to the nearest thing to it so that it can get to it so that you can get to it. And that's
Right.
all I see is instead of people just going, everybody in line to go see the Pope so that they can get to heaven when they could just say, God, I'm ready.
That's about it, right?
you
It's
know,
not that hard.
it's not really hard. Like all this stuff that I've done, I really ain't tried doing it. Like everybody's like saying you work. I've been playing this whole time. I've been on an adventure. I just want something. I see it in my head and I just go for it. I want to do something and I sit down and do it.
I
And if
love it.
you don't know how to do it, I just look on YouTube. Anybody,
Right.
I treat them with love and respect no matter what their title is. Because
What
if I
does it
pulled
matter?
out all the titles they say I have, good Lord, everybody should be kissing my finger. But but it's not about that. It's about building you up because we putting a lot out, but where are we getting it in?
Right.
I understand Jesus, and I don't mean to be religious about it because I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. But I really felt Jesus when he was on the mountaintop talking about he need the manna of God. Because if you don't know how to be fed, you'll be sucked dry and just like dead spiritually, you know. We don't know what the sin is unto death, but he said there is one.
Yeah. That's true. That's food for thought. I hope everybody is taking it in.
So I just try, I read the Bible. I've been reading the Bible since I was 7. I understand it and all, and there's a whole lot more that I'm not going to get into right now. But I just want to let everybody know while they're into the soap opera that there's only 2 commandments in the world, and that's love God as I
Okay.
have loved you, and love thy neighbor as I have loved you. Because God knows what once you practice love, in First John it says that when you practice love, even though it's not perfect, God's perfect love will be made whole within you. So that means God's perfect love, God will give unto you as you try, and you don't have to try. So now it's like, it hurts. Oh, it's gonna be a pain. It's gonna because you want something, your body wants something. So it's having a temper tantrum. Lord
Yeah.
knows nobody has temper tantrums. Oh my God. But then I look at you and I be like, wow, it's like looking at your little brother after he get on your nerve and you be like, I want to punch you in the face, but I know you just tripping like I was tripping when you was 6. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That,
So when you
um,
get to that point where it's outside of you trying to explain something, and a lot of other thing is that again, I've always been invisible. So I've tried the pleasing, I've tried to be like everybody, I've tried all that. And in the end, it doesn't really work. You end up just miserable and tired.
right.
So
Exhausted.
I had just decided, and I'm very spontaneous, so I don't like making plans about things because they don't work out. But I just decided that whatever God wants for me is what I want. If He want me to walk with the kings, I'm gonna walk with the kings. If He want me to walk with the paupers, I'm gonna walk with the paupers. If He want me to sit with the homeless, I'm gonna
Right.
sit with the homeless. If He want me to climb a tree and sit there for 30 days, I'm gonna climb a tree and sit there for 30 days. And you can watch and you can question, you can think I'm crazy, and
Right.
I'm doing it.
That's right.
So I'm just walking with God, yo, and I'm not really trying to be famous, but I do want everybody to take what I'm giving and heal from it. Because I
Yeah.
can't be there with you specifically. I can't talk to everybody, but I can give you my love through my gift.
And you're definitely doing that here on the Mental Margarita Show. And you
Thank
know
you.
what? I'm ready to read. I'm ready to read something that you're working on. What's
Well,
this? The Creek.
yes, Down the Creek is a book. It's a 5 chapter book series. I just made it up because I feared like 5 was in my head and I didn't want to write a long book, but I was thinking about how like an anime and everything else, they had little series like Harry Potter series books, and I thought it was kind of cute, but I hate to read, so it's for people that don't really like to read a lot at one time. So I got like 5 chapters. It's a story about a young girl's journey to spiritual awakening.
Wow.
So
Sounds like somebody I know.
So yeah, it's very personal and to me. It's really, I mean, it's a, it's, I call it a fact fiction, only to protect myself.
Yes. That's the way to go.
But yeah, I just have fun. I think like, I noticed that a lot of people are um, struggling to find themselves, but also afraid to let themselves excel or dream. Like I noticed that maybe because I was born in the 70s, right? That we had to play with rocks and pretend it was a dinosaur. You know what I'm saying?
You have to have imagination.
The train checks like, let's not. You're ready, it's coming.
Right.
Like, you know,
Listen, I know what you're talking
you know what
about.
I mean? Like, so for us, it's like we didn't have no rules. What's a rule? What's
Right.
a rule? Like what's a rule?
We were
So
allowed to be just creative.
yeah, they encouraged it. They gave us music programs. We had everything, camping. I used to go see owls. I climbed down we went to this camp in San Francisco when I was going to a year-round school because I was a straight A student, borderline genius, but whatever. But they had me climb down the hill over the San Francisco Bay with like a vine, and I'm afraid of heights. I tried
I,
not to go,
I don't
and
like.
they made me do it. I didn't like that. I had no ropes. I had to have like this green vine that was like rubbery, and it was like ill. But
Oh
I made
my.
it down. Making it up wasn't, because I just look up, but whoo, I hate heights. I don't like to be picked up.
I don't like heights either.
Well, I'm glad you're with me so we can hang because,
Do not like heights too much either.
you
I
know,
just was look. I was just seeing something where they had this scalpel or something where people were eating all the way high in the sky, and their chair was
the
just their
painters.
their legs are just hanging
Yeah,
while they're
those
eating
painter
dinner.
people.
I'm
I
like, what
admire
are you
them.
out of that?
I admire them, but apparently I've always been close to the ground or
Right,
something
me too.
happened where my last life, I must have fell off something and didn't make it. So I'm good.
Me too. I agree. And you know what? I think will be awesome for you too is um speaking of heights, I feel that you're taking it to new heights because you have this thing about you that I think I see you doing movies. I see you doing TV. I see you
Yeah, acting
doing
something
modeling. I
and
mean, is
modeling.
some of
Yeah.
that your new ambitions?
Well, no, they're all part of this, the whole thing. I just, as I walk into them, I should be doing some, as speaking of modeling, I've started this fashion runway modeling. Apparently, I'm apparently the right type now. And so I'm gonna try that out. Um, I'm I'm very much into wanting to act, but I really, really want to produce films. Like I
Oh,
can't do it, but I want to tell somebody what to do,
you right.
and I can be in it, but I want to get what's in my head out my head. Like none of my songs have music video.
Wow.
Like the next thing that I'm like trying to like figure out. I need dancers, and I have a photographer. I have a few of them, but I'm very much of like an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. I really don't want to work for anybody. I just would rather work for myself and have fun and just walk into rooms I'm
Just do
not supposed to be in and
right.
just catch the party.
I, cool. So are you gonna shoot a music video for one of your songs?
I've been looking at a few of them. I'm working on it. I have another story I want to tell that's really important to me while I'm out shouting at people. When I was 16, no, yeah, I was 16 and I was at the Paramount Theater and Patti LaBelle had her concert there.
Wow.
And I went to the limo driver and I said, I'd like to meet Patti LaBelle. And he said, stand by the door. And when she comes out, she can meet you. I didn't realize the security was going to come tell me to move back and everybody else was going to move forward. So I was at the back of the line. I was like way like over like on cross street. It felt like crying. And she comes out and the driver like waves her down and points at me. And then the crowd opens up and she walks. I'm looking at her walk like directly to me. And she was
Uh,
in this black sparkly dress. And so she got up on me and she hugged me and she says, baby, why are you crying? And I looked up and I'm still bawling, right? I said, because they won't let me talk to you.
oh my goodness.
So
That
I
would have been
ended up,
perfect right there.
it was her birthday too. So I ended up writing my grandma's phone number on her birthday card. And
Oh,
I wanted to sing to her. So, if you guys contact me at mytbs.us, please, I would love to give you guys a show. I actually just,
something happened with the audio.
it just
I'm
knocks me
here.
off. They're like, shut up.
Can you hear me?
But I can't hear you.
Can you? I can hear you, but you're a little bit
I
lower.
can't hear you.
Hold on, let's see what happened. Hello?
Now I can hear you.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, they muted both of us. I guess we're talking too much.
No, that's okay. So Patti LaBelle, and
So
you wrote your grandmother's number on her birthday card.
yes. And so, but she had to go to the airport, so I couldn't leave with her. I told her I was homeless. She could have took me. I would have went.
Wouldn't that have been something?
Probably not. I don't know. I
Probably
like
not. And I like your life too, and I love the fact that you are so open to talk about your life, and that you're so positive. Because there's people that haven't lived the life that you live that are not. So this is very encouraging and inspiring. Now you
oh,
mentioned something about the website.
yes, mytbs.us is my website. It has everything. It's my full discography, photos, videos, events, anything you want to know about me. Contact info.
So if people want to, I mean, are you willing to do shows if they want to book you or?
You can definitely book me. Definitely, please, with sugar on top and a strawberry.
Well, that seems like a plan. So we get, for those that are watching, check out her website. Uh, what is the next thing for us to really look forward to that you're going to be doing relatively soon?
Um, well, in July, I plan to start having events in my new venue in the backyard. So I'm working on that. Yeah. I have an anniversary coming up, and I might have a 4th of July event too, because I live right by the stratosphere, so I get all the fireworks. So
Wow.
might be doing, but I will be listing any shows on my website, mytbs.us. It also has all my social media contact, my phone number, all that good stuff. You could chat with me, all that. I'm very, very down to earth, so I love people, and you know, I'm not
That's,
a scary cat. You can contact me.
and you know what? I think people love you, and I know that we here at the Mental Margarita Show, we love you too.
I also want to give a shout out before we go, or before you say let's go, because I have to say thank you. And I got to give a shout out to DD James from Triple D
Hey,
Entertainment Productions. Thank you so much for allowing me to get on the show and seeing my talent and supporting me. And I love you. Thank you so much.
James is a dynamic and multifaceted professional who seamlessly integrates her passion for entrepreneurship, acting, modeling, and producing. With a keen eye for innovation and creativity, Deidre has made a notable impact across various industries. Triple D Entertainment and Productions is a leading force in the entertainment industry. Their expertise in film, television, digital media, and live events ensure a diverse range of high-quality entertainment experiences.
In zero gravity, I've been doing my own thing. Yeah.
You're starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion, and you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. At Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty.